We are live, 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 we are live. Manchester United 5, Red Bull nil. Marcus Rashford, MBE, Marcus Rashford Ballon d'Or. Not bad for a PE teacher. Not bad for a PE teacher. Not bad for a PE teacher. Footsie Talk 5-0. Telba, hi, how you doing, guys? Like I said, it's going to be a brief match because I literally have to head off because it is late. But guys, man, Marcus Rashford came clutch. And in fact, it was a brilliant performance by Manchester United from top to finish. This was, man, we were told that he was a PE teacher. We were told, I was told, that PSG, Neymar, and Mbappe were going to dominate this United side. I was told that Nagelsmann was going to outclass Oli. I was told that United were trash and were going to finish bottom of the group. United have a +6 goal difference and are now top of this group and are in control. And we've got 2 games against Istanbul. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. As far as I'm concerned, we're through. We dominated Leipzig. We pretty much slapped aside. We slapped aside PSG. And now it'll be between PSG and Leipzig, who personally, watching the Istanbul game, didn't look particularly impressive for second place or to come into the group. Marcus Rashford, and guys, Rashford, Marcus Rashford. This is a guy who has done a lot of work. Before I get into that, I want to draw attention to Rashford because Marcus Rashford, and someone who's living in the UK, has been doing a lot of good work, a lot of very, very, very good work. In the UK community right now to help feed starving kids, etc., and to kick up the backside of this UK government. And for Marcus Rashford, and a lot of his criticism to Marcus Rashford from a lot of people on Twitter was focus on the football, Marcus. Stop virtual signaling. Focus on the football. Don't get involved. This shows you that you can do good outside of football and still maintain concentration on the pitch. I'm not seeing many footballers do that. He comes in, drops a hat-trick against one of the best teams in Europe, because let's be real here. Leipzig are top of the Bundesliga right now. Nagelsmann is a good coach. I've said several times I would love Nagelsmann as if Oli was to go. I love Nagelsmann because I think he's great. Oli did a masterclass here. He did. I looked at the team selection. The diamond, I thought that it worked when Oli started. Playing Matic, Fred, Pogba, and Van der Beek obviously did a good start, who I think personally did quite well. I think that really gave us some rigidity in the midfield, but we lacked width. But to be honest, and I've said this for a few times recently, we don't actually have any natural wingers. We don't have any natural. Greenwood is not a winger. Martial is not really a winger. Rashford is not a winger, although Rashford they can play. But in terms of natural wingers, we don't have any. So why should we play in a system when we don't play natural wingers? We have a lot of midfielders. And so this diamond formation seems to suit us. It plays to our strengths, you know? So I'm gassed. What can I say? You know, so for most parts of the game, sorry about that. For a lot of the game, to be quite frank, we were we held in there. I think the first goal was great. Good ball from Pogba, who had a very good game, although I think was a bit sluggish towards the end. Pass through to Greenwood, clinical. One shot goal, boom. Greenwood, boom, that's it. Clinical. Might I just add that Greenwood has more goals than Mbappe in this year's CL? Just saying. Marcus Rashford has more goals than Mbappe in this year's CL. Just saying, you know. Come clutch. Anyway, sorry, I'm really hyped. I'm really happy. You can tell I'm really, really happy, you know. So, but just sitting down, it seemed that as soon as we went a goal up, we seemed to give the momentum back to PSG. They really, they held onto the ball a lot more. Red Devil Weekly, man. Oh, tell the mighty Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Kobe, shouts up to you, man. Hope you're doing well. And I said 5-0 Footy Talk. Red Devil Weekly says, can't believe how poor Leipzig were towards the end of the second half. We were so clinical. So nice to see, man. And this is the thing. When we got a goal up, we really seemed to give the advantage to Leipzig. We gave the advantage back to them. And frankly, I was worried. I was really, really worried. I was like, geez, guys, I think that they might score here. Although I didn't think they had any clear-cut chances because I think we suffocated them in midfield. I was genuinely like, man, I think that we might actually we couldn't get the ball. You know, towards we saw at the end of the first half, even coming into the second half, we really couldn't get hold of the ball. But then just that second goal, that second goal now, it killed them. It killed them. It killed them. I wonder where Don Ragnar is. Don Ragnar, if you can hear me, because you're one of my mods, I haven't heard from you in ages. Please, please, please come back, man. I want to hear from how you feel in this side, because is Ollie at the wheel? Let me know in the comments, guys. Is Ollie in the comments in live, in the comments in below, is Ollie at the wheel? Leipzig were poor enough, but make no mistake, United should still go for Upper Meccano. We should still definitely go for Upper Meccano. But what I think is important, Oh, IMAX. Yo, Chief. Yo, man, how you doing? I'll be over on your YouTube channel in a second. You said you were going to troll me if we lost. Nagelsmann is a good coach. Van der Beek did start. It is what it is. You know, Rashford dropped a hat-trick, man. You know, that's all I have to say, really. That's all I have to say. Kobe Miranda, Rashford is the first Manchester player to score a hat-trick off the bench since Ollie. It's an omen. Maybe it's an omen. Maybe it is an omen. But this is the thing, guys. This is the thing. This gives momentum. This gives momentum. This is momentum, because we're going to be playing an Arsenal side this weekend whose away form, much like our home form, is in trash. And is suddenly starting to get a bit of low on confidence. I'll be interested to see how they play against Dundalk on Thursday. But again, play to our strengths. Play to our strengths. Our midfield. You know, there's no point in playing wingers if we don't have wingers. So let's play midfielders and see what happens. Average Joe, crazy, great game. It was a great game, Average Joe. I said keep the faith. Keep the faith, Average Joe. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. Now we need to find the formula. We do. But let's be real here. A lot of people, when they looked at the fixtures that we got, were literally like, let's be real. Let's be honest. I want people to be honest. The fact of the matter is that when people saw those fixtures, people said, Ollie's going to be sacked by November. He's going to lose to Newcastle. He's going to lose to Spurs. He's going to lose to PSG. He's going to lose to Leipzig. He's going to lose all those games. He's going to go. Well, okay, we lost to Spurs. We beat Newcastle. We drew against Chelsea. He's got 2 wins against PSG and Leipzig. And if he beats Arsenal, we've got a good, easy game against Istanbul. Everton away, although they might be losing confidence. And suddenly, we're out of a bad patch. And then we could potentially go on and do the business. So I take a lot of confidence from this. Ollie should still go. Expected playing style. Don't command respect from the players. I maybe that's your opinion, fair enough, but I can't really say to someone that's just scored 5 goals against a team at the top of the Bundesliga that they should be sacked. You know, it's weird standards here. If you are happy for someone like Zidane to stay at Madrid despite losing to Cadiz, or Pirlo to stay at Juventus despite drawing with Varane, or Tuchel to stay at just despite being banned in the league, and I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, but I certainly wouldn't be seeing many. Certainly wouldn't be saying Ollie out after a 5-0 win against the best team in the Bundesliga right now. You know, it is what it is. 30 live, nice to mate. I'll come on your show if you want, but yeah, it's just a quick thing. I'm doing a quick post match because I've got to go on 2 others, so I just wanted to get you guys on. Is the show running late? It is not running late. It is just, it's literally, this is going to be brief because 1, I've got to speak to a few other people, and 2, I've got to go to bed. I've got a long day tomorrow. Awesome. Yeah, shout out to Red Devil Weekly, by the way. Head over to his channel. Let me know who your man match is, guys. But breaking it down, like I said, the first goal, we scored so many goals. I'm actually forgotten which order the goals actually came in. What was the order of the goals? Let me just actually check. We scored 5, Mike. Who scored our second goal? Was it Rashford? Yeah, it was, man. It was Rashford. It was. So Rashford obviously comes on, scores the second goal. And the second goal is key. And this is the thing I've been saying a while, because I remember it now. The second goal is key. You play to the whistle. Whatever you say, Rashford, that's intelligent. That's very, very, very intelligent. You play to the whistle. Because the reality is that had he just said, right, okay, forget about it, I'm not going to put it away, we wouldn't have got the goal, and the momentum would have gone back to r.b. Leipzig. He played to us for the second goal. And for anyone that's confused about that second goal, you cannot be offside if you score from your own half. It doesn't work like that. So Marcus Rashford broke from his own half, so you can't be offside. If he was in their half, he would have been offside. But because he started the run from in our half, he wasn't offside. So 2-0 to Manchester United. Bada bing, bada boom. Second goal, boom. Mistake. I think after the second goal, Leipzig just kind of fell apart, and he punished them. Fourth goal, to be honest, I thought that Martial was going to give Rashford to get a hat trick, but I think it was good that Rashford and Bruno gave it to Martial to give him some confidence, because Martial hasn't scored in a while. You can see he's not that confident, so it's good that he gave him the ball, and it's a good goal for Martial to have. But then to just finish it, he was like, yeah, but I know you got the penalty, but I'm going to get my hat trick. And he did. And he got it in start. And to be honest, Leipzig fell apart after that. We could have got another 5 or 6. It was just that good. It was really was that good. Let me know who your man of the match is in the comments, guys. Let me know who your man of the match is. To be honest, and I'll say this, guys, and I'll say this. As much as I'm praising Marcus Rashford right now, I still think our man of the match has to go to Pastor Fred. Pastor Fred in this game was phenomenal, and I'm gonna say this now. I'm gonna say this: Pastor Fred is our best midfielder for what he does. When Pastor Fred is not in his team, I can see that we struggle. Okay, he is our best midfielder in terms of consistency. In terms of what he does, he had a brilliant game, breaking up the play. Yes, he's not as silky in terms of passing like Bruno and Pogba are, in terms of creating assists, but he's just ability to disrupt the midfield, to give us that energy, to just really kick us on. Fred had an amazing game today. He for me, he's my man of the match. I know Rashford, I like the bid, average Joe, like the bid. For me, let's have a look. Like the bid. Thank you, guys. Let's have a look. Get some of the comments, guys. Ollie needs Arteta on his record. Last one left is not beat. Yeah, let's go and beat Arteta. I'm just saying it's the best time to do it rather than waiting till everything dies down. That's all. Really? You don't tend to sack managers when you're doing well. You tend to sack them when they're doing badly. If Ollie does badly, and bear in mind he wasn't backed, other managers in this league and other places were backed in the summer. Ollie wasn't. So I can only imagine what happened when he's been back. But so far, so good. We'll see what happens. Just wait till we just batter City again. Like Ollie's beaten City 3 times already. Like Leipzig were challenged. City, who is City, man? Thanks, Leipzig. I lost. It's Albert. Unlucky, Chief. Unlucky. Greenwood, Martial, and Rashford all scored exactly. Good confidence for those guys. Greenwood clinical. Cavani not unlucky to get a goal. I know, man. He should have stayed on side, but he went too early. He went too early. Like the vid says average Joe. Thoughts on VDB? I actually thought VDB had a good game. Not his best game, but I actually think he had a good game. Would I have kept him on? No. I do think that Bruno Fernandes gave that extra inch, and I think this is my main point before we go into the player ratings, is that the difference between this year and last year is the squad depth. People keep on complaining about Ollie, but why doesn't Ollie play this player? Why doesn't Ollie play this part? This is why. It's the squad depth. It's the squad depth. You can now, you know what? I don't have to bring on Daniel James. I can bring on Rashford. I can bring on Greenwood. I can bring on Van der Beek. I can bring on Bruno. I can bring on Pogba. I can bring on Twan Sebi. I can bring on Telles when he's fit. We have the squad there. And if we just strengthen a few areas, this United team can go places. It can go places. So if we, as Average said, we should replicate the former league. We need to. But the difference between this season and last is the squad depth. It definitely is squad. But United had a fantastic game. It was a very, very, very good game. Fred the Brazilian Roy Keane, shout out to man. Like I said, I have respect for VDB for T-Talk. I don't think he was the best player on the pitch, but I think he played one. He should definitely get one. He was playing like I think he can play. He just needs a few more games, I think. But there were just so many good performances. Matic again showed why that having that common influence. I generally think that this diamond is good for us going forward. I generally think it's a good idea for us going forward. Matic, Fred, Pogba, and Bruno or VDB. For me. So I would probably play or maybe VDB where Pogba is. Alternate it. You can alternate it. Let's get into the player ratings. Red Devil is gas. I am BD Core. I am. Another DM, exactly. Let's push on. Yeah, we have nice squad depth now. We need more. Exactly, I agree. Let me just quickly get into the player ratings, and then I'm going to have to bounce but I'm gassed. I am gassed, guys. I am so gassed. We had a good game, and we can push on, and we can look forward to the weekend. Fantastic. Ollie beats the runners-up in the semi. Kobe, good shout. For those who think that this guy over here is a PE teacher, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer just beat last year's finalists, so it's a runners-up and semi-finalists. But he's a PE teacher. All I'm saying is that maybe, just maybe, he knows what he's doing. Just maybe. Fantastic result. Goat. IMAX. Continue to be extremely hard. It'll die down soon, but I'm giving you this win. Of course, man. I'm looking forward to playing City as well, guys. Your defenses are bricks right now. So good for some of us to sort of get in and do some stuff, man. Love it. I told you, man, you would win. Thanks, BD Core. Shout out to you, man. You're the only one talking sense. It's funny. BD Core, shout out BD Core and head over to his channel and subscribe to him. This is a guy who predicted the 2-2 yesterday, and United to win today as well. So shout out to him as well. Shout out to him. Okay, let's get into player ratings. De Gea for me. Quickly run through. De Gea gets a 7 for me. He made 2 fantastic saves to keep us in the game. Other than that, to be honest, I don't think he had that much to do, but there were 2 key moments where he made some fantastic saves, and he looks like he's back to his best. It looks like the competition from Henderson has pushed him, and that's good. And that's given the defense confidence as well, I think, because our defense has improved. Maguire and Lindelof, likewise, would give 7s. I don't think they had that much to do. Maguire, good in the air, again, clearing the ball like he does. I don't think Leipzig really threatened us some corners or set pieces for that reason. That is the benefit of Maguire. His positional sense is still trash, but if we get deliveries into the box, Slabhead will clear them away. So we don't tend to have much problems around corners and set pieces because of him. So shout out to him. We should have beaten Chelsea. If we did, we would have been the form best team. Yeah, I agree. But I think I think Ollie might go with this system from now on, because he's now able to get more players in the team this way. Wan-Bissaka for me gets a 8.5. Guy just boss dominated. No one could get past this side. I think Leipzig had to go down the other side because Wan-Bissaka was so clutch, going to ground, tackling. No one could beat him. Back to his best as well. Luke Shaw, I'll give a solid 7.5 as well. I still think his crosses could be a bit better going forward, and I'm interested to see what Telles can do. But he did okay. He did okay. He did okay. Change the title. I think it was 5-0. Yes, you're right. It was 5-0 actually. Let me quickly see. I'm even. The thing is, I set this up like about 5 minutes before, and no wonder I'm like getting no views or less views anyway. Let me quickly change that. Thank you, IMAX, for putting that out. It was more than I thought. I think I was just so gassed. I lost count of the score. There we go. It was 5-0. Thank you so much for changing that. So yeah. So that was Luke Shaw. Fred, like I said, for me, gets a 9.5. Fred was brilliant today. Made a few missed passes, but he is the midfielder that he's our Kante. He's our Kante in terms of that tenacity. Matic, I still think is important in terms of calming things down, but in terms of disrupting the midfield, in terms of not letting them play, in terms of giving us that momentum going forward, Fred was phenomenal today. He was everywhere. Yes, people say it's underrated where people say to work hard, but I think it was brilliant. Van der Beek, people saying average Joe says 6.5. I would say 7. It's hard to give anyone less than a 7 when you beat a team 5-0, especially because he's not been in the team and he's just starting. I think he did what he needed to do. At times, yes, he did feel a bit lost, Van der Beek, but I still think that I don't think he had a bad game. I just think that there were a lot of other players that had a more noticeable good game. To be honest, even for me, Pogba, although he provided the assist for Green for the first goal, at times in periods in the second half, looked a bit tired and lethargic. But for me, Pogba, I think Pogba, I give a 7.5 for the assist. But yeah, like at times, Pogba just looked like the Pogba I've seen in the first 3 games, where he was slow, was lethargic, and looked fit. I expect him to come off actually for Bruno, but he stayed on. Who else am I going? Matic, like I said, I'll give a solid 8. No problems, calm in the box, passing distribution as well, and basically protected our back 2, did his job. I've done those, as I told Fred. Greenwood, good goal, one-touch goal. That's Mason Greenwood. One-touch goal, that's Mason Greenwood. 1 goal, 1 appearance. Mbappe, 2 appearances, no goal. Just saying. Just saying. I do love Mbappe, I do, but like, I've got to defend my players. I've got to defend Green. I've got to get our academy graduates that have that people trash and they do well. So cool. But I did think he faded out a little bit afterwards. After that goal, I think he was struggling a bit. However, I think that this system suits him more than maybe playing him on the wing, where I think he wasn't tracking back and causing Wan-Bissaka some problems. So I'll give Greenwood a 7.5. Martial, I'll give a 7. I think like Van der Beek, yes, he got the penalty. He does look like his confidence is a little bit shot. He does do quite a bit off the ball, obviously making the runs. He obviously won the penalty. This is by the way, guys, this is literally a running gag. When Martial plays, we always get penalties. And Martial wins the penalties. So, to be honest, if he played against Chelsea, we would have got a penalty. So the 2 things, though, we always get penalties and Martial has to play. If Martial plays, we will get penalties. So he's not playing against Arsenal, unfortunately, so that's why I'm worried. But when he comes back against Everton, we'll get penalties. We'll get back to penalty FC. The amount of penalties we've awarded has been absolutely ridiculous. We'll get penalties. We'll get penalties. Let's see. Few comments before I finish off. Average Joe, I'm hiding. Arsenal suck. Hats off to you guys. Sign PSG, absolutely world class. Arsenal might be in for another 8-2 if they're not careful. Well, you'd hope not. Now that you signed Partey, you'd hope not. You'd hope not. Now that you signed Partey, you had Bruno on the bench most of the game and still won 5-0. It's true. And Rashford Mbappe. Well, all I can say is Rashford has 4 goals in 2 CL games. Mbappe has 0. That's all. Last time he scored a clutch goal in it as well. So we'll see what happens. But by the way, G, been meaning to say this for a while, but love your thumbnail art in your channel. Looks good. Thanks, mate. I appreciate it. Upgrading it, making them look a lot better. And by the way, guys, please head over to Draco Evolve and subscribe to him. This guy's a lovely guy. Let's support all the Manchester United fan channels, guys, because we all want to grow together. I do this for you guys. Go over to Draco Evolve, hit the subscribe button, support him in his live streams as well. Wan-Bissaka is a beast. Rashford is the best. He is. Tawaz, thank you for watching on Facebook. And yeah, Marcus Rashford gets a 9. He would be man of the match, but I just think Fred was so good. Fred was so important in this game. Even the goals were because of him winning the ball back, passing into Pogba and Bruno, and actually getting them in those positions. It was because of his tenacity that got us in those positions. But you got to give Rashford. I mean, actually, you got to give Rashford. You got to give Rashford a 9 and have. You got to give. I want Fred to be man of the match, but you can't not give someone who scored a hat trick the man of the match. Rashford has got to be man of the match for a hat trick. Mbe, as it says, Marcus Mbe Rashford, like the vid, Marcus Mbe Rashford. He deserves it too. He deserves a 10, Towers. Yes, he does. Marcus Rashford gets a 10. Hat trick, Mbe, feeding the world, feeding the kids of Britain, sucking it to Boris and saying, you know what, guys, I can play well off the field and on the field. Shout out to Marcus Rashford. And I agree with this, Average Joe. I agree, Fred was immense, but Rashford too. I find it very difficult in the end. I'm going to put a poll out. In fact, let me know who your man of the match was. I'm going to put a poll out on Twitter, and I'm going to put a poll out on the channel as well. Make sure to vote to see your man of the matches. Get involved in those community polls. Right, guys, I am off. I'm still gassed. I'm still great, and maybe, hopefully, maybe this weekend or Monday we'll have a talk with a few of the other United guys to really dissect everything. But remember, if you're new to the channel, remember to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Follow us on Twitter, UnitedX, and smash the notification button to latest Manchester United news. Let's keep the momentum going. Let's take this into the Arsenal game. But guys, let's support United. Let's come together. Let's support our manager, and let's support the team. Keep the good vibes. Have a nice day, everyone, and cheers.